Look, you don't propose the first night.
I mean,
Like, you don't propose on the first date. I mean, obviously, just speaking in the sense of like, that's what they say in marketing.
yeah,
That you don't propose on the first date, which means, right? Okay, so just go about it to know, they fill in the form now, and you want them to do a hijrah walk from Makkah to Medina. You know what I mean? They just heard about you
choose
today.
your words wisely.
No,
brother.
no. It's something that people that we work with.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, we would, like just like they do. But what I'm saying is, you need to nurture them. For instance, somebody's like, let's use Hijrah Walk as an example, right? Hijrah Walk, we're working. It's an organization that's up and coming. They organize walks from Mecca to Medina. Obviously, we're working with them here and there. So, for instance, the commitment to do 40,000 steps a day, right? And if compared to and if somebody is not even aware of what hijrah is, and they want to change their life, and they don't know what the significance of hijrah is, the importance of it, the connection to the Prophet ﷺ, the amazing experiences within that trip itself, the barakah of that trip, the barakah of those locations, the stories of the people that the Prophet ﷺ met. If you don't know all of this stuff and know the significance of this, and the next step of somebody just hearing about you is, let's walk 40,000 steps a day for 8 days, and they don't know about the sheikh that's coming either, the chances of that conversion is like 0.01%. You understand?
Of course.
But if now nurturing would be, okay, a PDF on an ad or something about hijrah. What is hijrah? Did you know the Islamic date starts from hijrah? What is hijrah? Right? Somebody reads upon the hijrah, he reads upon the stories of hijrah, of the walk, then they exposed to the teacher as well, some amazing stories of the Prophet and wives on hijrah, in Ma'bad and different occasions that took place. And then they're kind of connecting with this hijrah, and then it's like, it'll be amazing if I could do this walk myself. You know what I mean? But that might take weeks, it may take months for them to nurture, for them to be nurtured into that. And that's what the nurturing process is. It's about requiring people, taking people step by step to the goal that you're trying to achieve, and not asking them to take a leap from the moment you've just got to know them, or they've just got into your ecosystem or whatever. And that's why nurturing it's a way, like, psychologically, and if you do that long enough with enough people, and the nurturing is got to be correct nurturing. Sending a newsletter once a month is not necessarily nurturing, because you don't know how many people are engaging with that, clicking on the link, etc. So you got to, like you said, segment and then nurture according to where they're at. So they're aware of you now. After they're aware of you, are they interested in your product or service? Then it's about, do they have a demand, and then are they willing to take the next step further.
So just while you were talking about nurturing their stuff, we kind of we live in an Amazon Prime world.
Yeah.
Everybody wants everything instantly, and nurturing is like it's like delayed gratification.
Yeah.
Like it takes time before you start seeing results. Like, why do you think some businesses struggle with this as a concept to do this?
I think, do you know is most businesses and organizations know how to deal with people. There's always going to be a percentage of people that want your service right now. Generally what they said, like 5%. So 5% of people always are ready to buy now.
Yeah.
What they say is 60% of people want to buy later. Most people focus on to them it makes logical sense at that point to focus on the people that are willing to buy now. Because why focus on something later than what's going to come now? It's what you're saying, instant gratification. But it only makes sense to focus on the 60% over the 5%. So because minority of people will buy straight away. Everybody buys from Amazon or whatever, TikTok shop. You see, like for instance, I've bought silly stuff just because I've just been constantly bombarded with the ad. Do you understand? You see the ad and you see lead magnet and you put interest and they send me an email, send me a text message, and eventually, and before you know it, I spent £500 on cards, on cards that I'm never going to use. So, but they just, you start imagining how you're going to possibly use them, whatever. But the point is, most people will buy later. But what they said, like 60%, and it only makes sense to focus on the 60%. So of 100 people, if 60 people are going to buy from you later, and 5 people are going to buy from you now, which one should you focus on? The 60 people are going to buy from you later. But us, because we don't have a process, and we don't believe in our process, and we don't have a system, we think we can't get hold of those 60 people later. So just focus on that who's walked in the shop right now, which I'm not saying you shouldn't. You have to focus on that also. But so that's why most businesses and organizations have a setup to deal with people that want to buy from you right now. But most business and organizations don't have a setup to deal with people that want to buy from you later. They're just at the mercy of them getting back to you. That's it.
Yeah, really, really, really interesting. And like, I was having this conversation with a client the other day, and I was just talking about how over time you can actually reduce your cost by doing this.
Yeah.
So it's not as if like every year, if you're chasing that 5%, you are going to be spending more and more every year.